All right, welcome back, guys. It is day 73 of learning how to draw, and we are moving on in the Harding's lessons on drawing. We are going to be looking at working on lesson 7 today. 6. We're on lesson 6. All right, and then this is kind of like got 2 more lessons. I might do lesson 6 and 7. We'll see how that works. Today I do have a shorter time frame today than normal, but like I said, it's just kind of like flexibility is going to be needed until we're able to get into a smoother schedule and how everything's going to work out. So I will just see how far I'm able to get, and the reason why I think I'll be able to, I do want to finish up the angles today. Like I want to, if I can. So it would be nice to do lesson 6 and 7, finish up the angles today, maybe do a review of lesson 4, I think it is. Is it lessons 3? Yeah, lesson 3 through 7 tomorrow, and then on Friday, start getting into the squares and the more complex shapes. So I think that might be good. Reviews are necessary. Or, yeah, maybe just finish up do review for the next 2 days, really get that information, and then move on Monday. We'll see how it works out. We might move on Monday or we might move on Friday. So let's go through these 2 lessons and then get started. All right. So this is what it looks like. Take a screenshot or whatever if you're following along. This is going to be the example of the exercise that we are going to be doing for lesson 6. And then this is the example of the exercise for lesson 7 if we get to it. All right. Okay. So ABC is the given angle. Line AB and BC are the lines which slope differently. Okay, so they have a different slope. This one is going to be a more gradual slope. This is going to be a more, what's the slope? I'm not going to remember that word. A steep. This is going to be a more steep slope. Okay, they're differently and are of different lengths, so the lines are even different lengths. Okay. The object is to imitate their length in their obliquity, also slope. In order to do this accurately, the horizontal line DE must be drawn through B, and then perpendicular lines AC till they touch the horizontal line in the point B, DB. Thus, the required right angles ADB and CEB are obtained. To copy this lesson, you must first draw the line DE of any length, then fix on a point B. Then judge how far D is to the left and E to the right of this. Having fixed these points, find the height of A perpendicularly above D and draw AB. Then the height of C above E. Having decided on this, draw CB. If you have judged accurately of the distance of these points from each other, the required lines AB and BC and the angles ABC will be accurate. In the next lesson, you have a still more complicated figure with more lines and angles. To obtain these with the slope and length of the lines and their relation to each other would be very difficult unless by employment of the means I have already described. It is only necessary for you to apply these in order to obtain the required angles accurately, when you will find it as easy to draw these lines as any others. Okay, so it looks like he wants us to actually draw BE or DE, but we're not actually supposed to draw CE and AD, if I'm remembering this. Yeah. So AD is kind of going to be a sketch line to make sure that it is vertically above where we want it to be. Same as C, you want C above E. So these are kind of fake lines that you don't really want to be making. And then this line is like another fake line once you get to the point of just drawing these angles, but you should be also always doing the mental exercises. So we're going to start with doing the fake lines before doing the angle, and then we'll do this as the line and then have this as a mental line before drawing the angle. So that those are going to be the 2 steps. Let's go to lesson 7, see how that looks. Oh, okay. So this one's going to be interesting. So I might want to, so we are going to take all tomorrow to do this, because we are now going off of the XY axis and changing the first line. So you want to, so there's no more right angle, it looks like, but you are still using them as a guide, but this is going to be slightly sloped. So all these lines are slightly sloped off of the X and Y axes. Yeah, so we're going to want, it's not that complicated except for mentally, so we're going to actually want to mentally spend all day on lesson 7. So yeah, we'll do 6, 7, and then we'll do review on Friday, move to the shapes on Monday. Cool. All right. So let's start lesson 6 now that we know what we want to be doing. Give me 1 second. I did forget to do something before starting. Oh, no, wrong screen. Sorry about that. I needed to get that taken care of before I started. Alright, we're doing line DE. I want to give myself, oh shoot, because, oh, that's fine. I still want to give myself a little more space just in case. So I'll just move it right here. And then I want to have that right here. Is that straight? Yeah, it looks straight. Okay, cool. Oh, my eyes are messing with me. Here we go. The straight edge. Yeah. Maybe it is a little off. I thought so. Alright, that was my bad. we're moving on. And I'm just like, I'm not ready. And let's prove it. Try to get this straight line. Yeah, there we go. And if I could draw straight, that would be great. Excellent. Good job. Okay, from there, so this is point D, this is point E. Because these are the fake points. That's why we're doing these. And I say fake as in it's not what is actually supposed to be staying. Here, let's move this back a little so you guys can see what it is that I'm actually trying to draw. If it will focus there. Okay, just with my hand leaves doesn't mean focus. All right, my hand's gonna stay here. Here, we'll have this one stay here. All right, now that we've made line D and E, we want to make point B. Point B, because they're supposed to be different lengths and different slopes, B is supposed to be closer to E than D. So I'll just put point B here. Okay. Now, points A and C must be vertically straight above points D and point E. This is kind of like a fake line. Make sure it's straight, right? It's directly above. It would help if I had... no, it's a little off. That's why I can't get the line straight. Yeah, that looks like it's supposed to be where it's needs to be. Right, now to do point C. It's a little over. Well, it needs to be a little more to the right. There we go. Excellent. All right. Now we make, this is supposed to be a more gradual slope. That's supposed to be a steeper slope. It didn't make it. So it needed to be higher. This one needs to be higher. Interesting. Okay, hold on. And now see what I'm supposed to be doing with this. Okay, cool. So not only am I supposed to be seeing mentally if I'm not supposed to be seeing mentally if this is going to create a more gradual of a slope, like to actually reach to the point. There we go. That's better. And then this is more steep slope. Gauss animation, yeah. There we go. Much better. Well, that's a fun mental exercise right there. Sorry, my head's supposed to stay here. That's a fun little exercise. That was pretty cool. Alright, let's try it again. Ow, 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 ow. My hair got caught in the chair. I didn't think that. That's annoying. That really hurt. Okay. It's still stuck. I don't know. Has anyone ever had a problem where their hair's gotten stuck in an office chair before? I've sat in office chairs before and I've never had that happen, but I also never put my hair was never in a ponytail when I was sitting in an office chair, so that would make sense. Okay, let's continue. Alright. So we're making the line D and E. I think this needs to be a little bit higher. That sloped up. It was doing great. Alright, let's try that again. Much better. There we go. And then we want B closer to E. That means that these are C and A are going to be at two completely different lengths. They're not going to be at the same height. Or, yeah, these lines are going to be completely different. So let's get D over here, E over here. And we want A directly above D. Can we just do a fake? So it was too far over. I want this to be a little bit higher as well. A little too far over. It's right here. Huh. I still think it needs to be over more. It's sloping. It's harder to do these lines backwards. So backwards by like having the bottom dot before you have the top dot. Oh! You're supposed to draw lines D and E, but I wonder if you're supposed to put the point A and hold on. Yeah, you're supposed to have the point. Hold on. First, draw the line DE, fix point B. No, you're supposed to do. Okay. Yeah. So it's harder to do this, what I'm calling backwards. It's easier for me to judge the top to make the top, to make the bottom fit the top than the top to fit the bottom. I think that's where the dot's supposed to be, though. I think it's like, I just can't make the line for the life of me for right now. There we go. Jeez. So you can be a little bit shorter. And then we do, let's make the point, because all I did was point where. Oops. Much better line. Sorry about that. That was weird. Okay. Now this is going to be a much steeper, I think, slope than the first drawing. If I could draw the accurate. No. Okay. Now I just made a ridiculous hand. Let's go. From B to C. C is right there. Not the hard. There we go. Yeah, so it's a nice little mental exercise of doing sloped, angled lines. And it's like a very, it is an acute, I think mine's obtuse, it's supposed to be acute, so I might have to make D a little bit, make A a little bit taller. Yeah, I think I made it to where it's, this is actually a right angle as opposed to a, see, this is an obtuse, but it's actually, according to the book, it's supposed to be an acute angle. And this is closer to a right angle than anything else. But it's supposed to be acute. It's very slightly acute in the book. Very slightly, like it would be like 87. It would be like an 87-degree angle. But this is definitely, this is kind of like closer to like 95, 96. And this is like 95 and a half or 90. And it's supposed to be acute, so maybe I need to make A a little bit higher. Yeah. Okay. Maybe make DE shorter. No, A's gotta be higher. D's fine. A's just gotta be higher. C's good. Yeah. Cause C's fine. Could make B closer to E and then make A higher. Yeah, that might be how we get that. Okay. So I'm gonna make sure I have enough space so I can make A higher. Let's move the line. I don't want to make it too far down there. You guys won't be able to see. Let's see. Let's make the point right here. Yeah, that's still viewable on the camera. Cool. Alright. So that is point D. It would help if it was straight. Alright, that's E. Make sure they're lined up. This right here. So right underneath the top mark is where I want my mark to go. That should be the vertical line. No, I'm sloping. There we go. I did slope. I had a feeling. Interesting. I was wondering when the paper crinkled, I was like, this is gonna make it angled. the dots also weren't lined up. So let's try that again. Be a little too low though. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's too low. So I want right in the middle of that. Okay. I think my hand might have sloped the line. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it did. Not as much as I thought it was going to. It just made it like a lot. It made it really wavy. But I think I'm going to keep it just because I need to have this hand here and it's not going to get better. Yeah. Because so my hand is covering the bottom so it doesn't make the paper go like that while I'm drawing. And it's catching because of my sweatshirt, which I could probably get rid of my sweatshirt and do this better. Let's try. Much better. That was a much straighter line. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it over the wavy line because it is a lighter line, but it is there. Okay. So I want point A to be pretty high up. Oh, let's get point B. I think we still wanted point B closer to E. C was fine. The height of C was fine, but we wanted A to be a little bit higher up. Yeah, that's pretty vertical. Awesome. Now C we said was fine height here. So let's get C going. Excellent. And then we'll make the lines well, let's mark everything. D, E, C. Okay. And the point I'm going for is right up in the middle of B, so like right there. Oops. I think that's fine. Yeah, now it's more of an acute angle. I should have had A back here though. That would be a more gradual slope. If I'd done that. It'd be a more gradual slope, so I really needed it back here. And then you've got your acute, but I wanted it to be more of an acute angle right here, which is why I did this. Getting caught. There we go. This is the one I want. This would have been a more gradual slope. This is a more steep slope, but it gives the angle that I'm looking for. That I was trying to get at, which is a slightly acute angle. Where this, it looks like it would have been more of a 90-degree angle, and I was trying to get out of that. So much math. It's so great. But then this line, I'm just curious what this line would look like. Or like what the triangle would look like. Yeah. A total acute angle. Kind of like what you would want if you were trying to draw a 45, 45, 40. What is that? Equilateral triangle? Oh man, math. So much math. Alright. Come in. Pencil, come back. Pencil. Okay, so that was the exercise and the lessons. I would like to put more time onto these, but that's why we're going to be doing a review tomorrow, because I really want to, I'm getting the hang of them, which is why I'm moving through them so quickly, but I also want to just, it would be nice to do more than a half an hour of this, but I would need more, I need more space on the paper when doing this. Okay. And these, the master copy sketch thing, what does she call it? It takes up a lot of time too, which is good, because that's what we're looking at doing, or what we want. Okay, so yesterday we did the tracing of the proportions. I think I need white. Definitely I need a white background for this. Let me... Here. What is this? I don't know what this is. This is something. But it looks like we can use this for copy. Okay. So this was the first where we just so what we're doing is we're just copying the circumference of the circle, the height of the circle, and then these are this is the square. Sorry, I should put this up. So, thinking I might want to do another one of these, but this is what, so this is what's going to be copied. This is what we're copying. Now, we're following to copy this, we're following the practical exercises found in Lessons in Classical Drawing by Juliet Aristides. And so we're following along. Oh, that's right. Her lessons are within the background knowledge. So it's like you get some background knowledge of the lesson, and then you do the lesson, the practical application. Okay, so for this one, we're just setting up the lines and the line directions. And to do that, for this particular lesson or exercise, we are tracing those straight from the picture. Okay. So with keeping, this is what we're trying to sketch. We're just getting like essentially the directional lines set up. This was the second one drawn yesterday. Come on. See, you can see that this is like the middle of the drawing where the guy's going to be standing. And then these are the proportional. This is where his knee's going to be. This is where the hip or the beginning of the leg is going to be. This is the chest, shoulder, arms. This is where the elbow is, and then this is where the hand is, and then this is where the top of the head is, which was before his hair, and then this is going to be the top of the square, top of the circle, and then the square and circle were ended here, like this was their height. Now the circle goes out to here and here, and then the square ends here. Now the other one looks like this, kind of the same thing. It's a little straighter, but I think I want to do it again because as you can see, it's still kind of a little off. my hands aren't as steady. So I'm thinking we're gonna do one more of these and see how that turns out. I'm gonna grab another piece of sketch paper. I do have my water. I'm gonna need to get some water. And then what is going to happen, the thing that happens after that is from this paper, what I'm then going to be doing is putting the paper up here and sketching it out here. And then from there, I'm going to sketch this. So there's a couple of different steps. I'm not exactly sure the reasoning behind those. I'm sure she'll get into it at some point, but not today. Not for this part of the exercise. So I was wondering, it would make more sense to have the paper this way at the landscape orientation. And then I was also, I might be able to, no, I'm not going to put tape on the book. I'm trying to, I was figured since I could do this, right, let's focus it. Since I could have the book like this, I was like, oh, I don't need it, but I don't need to photocopy it. But now I'm thinking I should photocopy it because I can't attach tape or anything to the tracing paper to trace the lines well. And then I could also make it a little bit bigger than what I have here. Let's just try to do this. So, first part is going to be that main line, the focal line, I think is what she called it, or at least she used a word similar to that. The summary line summarizes the structure of the drawing. It's going to be centered right on the hairline. Interesting. Nope, I'm already off. And then it would also help steady my hand while I'm drawing too, because it would be flat on the table instead of. to trace the box. Oh, I moved the paper. Shoot. Okay, I think that's fine. Oops, not there. There. Yeah. Okay, so in order to get this right, I'm going to need a better pencil. And I'm going to need to be able to tape it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again just because I'm getting used to the lines. So even though it's not coming out the way I want it to, it's giving me something to work with. So I'll do it one more time. And then I think for tomorrow, I'm going to have to go out and get that copied. And then when I come back tomorrow, we'll just have photocopy that I'm able to tape the tracing paper to. I liked that. That actually it helped me focus a whole lot, the last song. This one's not as easy to focus with. So I might need to change playlist to playlist for focusing and playlist for when we're talking. Shoot, I messed that line up. Having the paper in the book crease definitely helps though. It helps keep it a little bit more steady. I think that might destroy the binding of the book, but that's okay. It's just for right now. Okay. Even still, the paper, that's fine. It was still off to the left a little too much. Let's do a thinner line. Even though I'm tracing it, I think I'm gonna give my mind something to go towards. Very not straight line. They're too thick. The lines are too thick. Alright, let's see what we've got now. Yeah, completely not straight lines. Well, this one. Okay. So I am gonna need to look into. Oh, oops, you can't see. So I don't know. They could be getting better. Let's see. Alright. There, now they're focusing. Okay, so this is the second one. This is the first one. Focus, 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 please. Thank you. So here is the arms. This would be the shoulder. It's supposed to be the width of the shoulder, and then this is where. Yeah. So getting better. I think definitely gonna need to get a photocopy done. So I can just like tack this to the paper. It won't move. And then I need to I have enough different types of pencils where I can find the one that I need. I just need it and then get it sharpened. So I think that's definitely going to be needed for tomorrow. So I'm gonna end here because I don't want to I can't really move forward until I get that photocopy because I'm not getting this straight. Which, I mean, it's kind of cool because it's starting to show the process. Like, the process taken to get to that point. So that's nice. That's pretty cool. And then we're gonna do lesson 7 tomorrow as well. So we're getting there. We're moving. We're moving to our goals, and I haven't talked about this in a little bit. So as a reminder, this is kind of the goals for this year. This is what we're hoping to accomplish on the channel this year. We want to go through the entire 127 lessons of Harding's lessons on drawing. I want to complete the practical lessons and lessons in classical drawing at Lear. And through completing those practical lessons, I should have created 4 different what the classical drawing at Lear refers to as master copies of the proportions of the human figure. Study for Madonna with the cat, the head of Leda, and the head and shoulders of a Christ figure. The numbers are the page references of the complete drawings of Leonardo, published by Taschent. But that's essentially what we're working towards and what we're hoping to accomplish this year. And this was not even an hour long drawing session, but I am going to have to end it here for today. I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get we will get further on the drawing of the proportions of the human figure. And until then, I hope you guys all have a good rest of your day.